Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm your host, Lisanne Faye. So, last time, we wrapped things up out in, the Deep Roads. And everything looks all nice and shiny and Andrastian in here. Lovely.
Inquisitor?
Wrong game. Remembering what my key bindings are is important. Anyways. So yeah, it's, wrapped up another DLC. Which was pretty much all that was left before continuing the main quest. There are a couple of things I can do. Talking to people being one of them, but real quick. Oops. I'm gonna see if they'll let me pick it up here. Probably not. While I was loading in, it gave me a notification that Colin had finished his task, but given that that task was going on in the Deep Roads... Oh, right, and I have a perk. Ooh, how do I want to use my perk? History no... No. Friends in high places? No. Secrets. Arcane knowledge. Enhanced studies. Herbalist. Really late in the game for that. Hey, I get schematics. Oh, I don't know. I've like kind of gotten the ones that I... Oh, but ooh, defenses. Maybe that. Yep. Alright, done. Gather herbs. Yep. And Crestwood resources, obsidian and embrium. Nicely done. I know, there's pretty much just that left. Learn more about dragons. We got the schematic for a prismatic great axe. Mayhaps the Iron Bull will be very happy. So yeah, pretty much at this point, it is just the main quest here. So we're not going to deal with that yet. In fact, I'm not going to deal with the other thing quite yet. In that I am gonna temporarily go back to the Deep Roads. Wait, hang on. Right? Storm Coast, Crestwood, View. Okay, yes. Travel. I don't know. Sarah, we haven't taken you anywhere in a really long time. Let's go with Vivian. I clicked Cassandra, not Blackwall, didn't I? That's what that looked like on the side there. Oh well. It's not gonna matter. I'm not really taking this party out. Yep. Alright, over here. Big touch silverite. Great. Okay. Great, I can do that some more. Patrol. Didn't I? Yeah, I did. That's just resources then. Or was it this one? Oh, okay. Was that one? Well, we'll see how that goes. Alright, back to Skyhold. Like I said, we weren't really going out there. But yeah, it's been a while. I should probably talk to people. You know, be like, hey, how you doing? You still alive? Because I've generally actually not been all that great at that with this game. Hello. Blackwall, hi. You alive? Ah, you are.
So it's done?
Just about. The little ones in the camps don't have much. I thought this might cheer them up. Even in the midst of war, they deserve to be children.
It's almost time. Are you ready?
You know I am. I welcome the battle and what comes after. I will end up in Warden custody. It was what Blackwall wanted, more or less.
More or less.
Blackwall wanted you to be a warden. Who knows if the surviving wardens will agree? They may not appreciate you impersonating one of their number.
I don't fear the Warden's judgment. It'll be no worse than what Olay had in store, and I've made my peace with that. Redemption doesn't come easy, but perhaps killing Corypheus will be a start. You've been a true friend when I haven't deserved it. I am honored to fight by your side.
Yay? Actually, it is really neat that you kind of get to see this piece progress throughout the story. He did a good job. Anything else?
Corypheus is able to possess Grey Wardens, or so I hear.
Good thing you're not
Perhaps
actually
it's
one.
a good thing I'm not a real Warden.
It's a blessing. Warden or not, I'd hate to be on the other side of your blade.
Going up against a Darkspawn, and the last thing you want is a Grey Warden. Funny how these things happen.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of my advisors?
Josephine's lovely, and craftier than you'd expect. The Inquisition could not have picked a better ambassador.
And
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Dorian? He's arrogant, he preens himself. But you already know that. He doesn't even hide it.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
A whole temple. I told you. Elves.
You did say elves.
Then we agree.
No.
hey, is that dude in here? Dude. Oh, I'm so close to the kitchens too. I'm gonna go check. I doubt it, but I will go check. Okay, this is to the creepy musty library. This is... Aha. Nope. This is my drinks room. Really? That's it? One of these days I will... Aha! Here. Considering I never actually have taken this before, I did not realize what was in this room, and I love the top hat. Oh man, this makes me happy. Hi!
I return, Inquisitor, as does the Quizquisition.
Yes.
It begins now, and there is a timer. Fearing that nugs carry the blight, Kirkwall declared the noxious vermin in 520 exalted. The extermination is known as...
Investigate. That one, right?
The Battle of Squealing Plains. It is not spoken of in polite company.
Correct. Well played. The Quizquisition is completed.
Yay!
And you have done so perfectly. You may have an inadequate grand prize.
Ah, yes!
Quizquisition. Away.
Yay! I'm so glad that we managed to get that squeezed in. Like, that makes me very happy. Absurdly happy. Okay, yeah. He likes to spawn in there the most, apparently. And, well, I've actually never spotted him in there. Varric!
I can spare some time. What do you need?
Personal?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
I've noticed. Okay.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem. What can I do for you, your inquisitorialness?
Corinthians?
What can you tell me about this Corypheus?
I'm not exactly an expert, but ask away and I'll answer what I can.
How did you first encounter him?
A few years back, I was dealing with some trouble from a Carter clan that went rogue. They were sending assassins after the Hawk family. We tracked them to a rune in the Vimarks. It turned out to be a trap. Once you went far enough into the rune, there was a magic barrier that kept you from going back. The whole thing was a prison the Grey Wardens were using to hold what they thought was a powerful darkspawn.
Instead, it was Corypheus.
I've never heard of wardens locking up Darkspawn. Why wouldn't they just kill him and be done with it?
Because he can
I don't
possess
think
words.
they could. From what we saw in there, Corypheus can control Wardens somehow. They couldn't attack him. The Wardens locked him up because there was nothing else they could do.
Yep. Alright, so...
You and Hawk both said before he was supposed to be dead.
He was dead. We killed him. The only way for us to escape the prison Corypheus was trapped in was to go through him. We weren't going to just leave the door to his prison open behind us and hope he was dead. We made sure.
So what do you think he actually is?
He looks like some sort of blighted creature, but he speaks. What is he exactly?
The Wardens who imprisoned him thought he was just a darkspawn. But you heard him ranting. He claims he's a magister. One who assaulted the Golden City, what, more than 1,000 years ago?
Apparently.
That seems crazy, but if he's telling the truth, he's one of the people who caused the blights.
Alright.
All right. I think that's enough about Corypheus.
No problem.
Okay. I guess I really don't have anything more for you. Cassandra! You having fun?
I trust all is well.
So, that book you were reading?
Yes, what of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
Nothing at all.
Oh, I quite agree with you.
Then why are you laughing at me?
Because I
I
couldn't.
wasn't.
I will never hear the end of this, will I?
Nope. Hang on. Come here. Oh, you moved on to the
I
other
trust all is well.
one. Anything else?
I'd like to get to know you better.
There's not much to know.
You're being modest.
Do you think me a braggart?
No, I think you're interesting.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentecost, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne.
Last you checked.
I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lady.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
So is
The
everyone else in
Pentecosts
Navarra.
are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentecosts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
So not on very good terms with your family then?
I do not visit, if that's what you mean. The Pentecosts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Ooh.
Tell me about your brother.
Anthony was older than I, a dragon hunter, who showed what a Pentecost could truly be. I idolized him. I wanted to hunt dragons as he did, even though our uncle forbade it. Anthony promised to train me in secret. We would hunt together one day, brother and sister, vanquishing the beasts of old. And then he died on me.
How?
What happened?
A group of apostates wanted dragon blood, and wanted Anthony to get it for them.
Ooh.
He refused, and they killed him for it. In front of me. I begged the
Rude.
Chantry to let me become a Templar. Instead, they sent me to the Seekers. It took many years to let go of my drive for vengeance.
So you blamed all mages for the actions of a few apostates?
I was young. Magic was frightening. It all seemed pointless. I sometimes wonder how different my life would be if Anthony was still alive. Would I be a dragon hunter? Married to some noble fool, a mother of 3? I cannot say. I take solace in believing the Maker has a plan, but he is not always kind.
So I'm actually really excited that I got to have that conversation. First time I played this game, I had that conversation pop up too soon, and Cassandra didn't like me enough, and so I never got to learn about her brother. So yeah, I'm really happy that happened there.
So you were the right hand to the Divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker.
Oh gosh.
I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do, exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinia knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong.
Clearly.
Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
So,
So, what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet
good.
Andraste, do you really want to hear that?
yes.
It was, what, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
That's what happens with stories that become legends.
I am not a legend, nor was I then. I was a young woman barely out of training. To hear others tell it, I alone saved divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
Indeed.
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart. And there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral. But I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
So,
What happened to the mages that helped you?
They went back to their circles, with rewards and privileges and most holy's gratitude. Many of them died at the conclave.
you still
I
help.
think you're a hero, no matter how you downplay it.
Fine. But it was 20 years ago. I will not rest upon my laurels.
Alright.
I'll let you get back to work.
Because, yes, I do enjoy that story.
Going well, I hope.
Anything new?
What's been going on?
They've done a lot with this place. I'm impressed.
No kidding.
So, who's Scout Harding really?
Me? Oh, I'm no one. Lived near Redcliffe all my life. Herded sheep for my neighbor. When the Inquisition came through my village, I helped by telling them everything I knew about the area. Then I signed on. Wanted to see the world before it was swallowed up by that thing out there.
And now look at you.
What's been going on?
Just checking.
Not much. The usual. Nice of you to ask.
Alright.
I should go.
Do I really sound like that? Hi, Krim.
Man, those serving girls are frisky.
Okay.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
No, they don't.
It's just what I heard.
Once we sat in our kingdom.
I'm running drills. They're drinking and paid better.
No, they don't.
It's just
Is that what they want the fate?
Sarah.
So what's going on with your face? You go off with Solus and now your elfie dealies are gone.
Do I talk with Sarah about it?
They weren't what I thought. Originally, they were slave markings. Solus told me how they were misinterpreted. The meaning changed. What are you laughing about?
The Dalish, they don't know anything. I mean, you know now, but they put on all this real elf stuff, and I knew it. It's all just fancy dress. Nobody knows anything about real elves, except they're gone.
A mistake doesn't mean it's worthless. We can remember, but also choose to grow.
There's that we stuff again. We means us against them. But I like them. All those faces. That's just funny.
See, I actually think that's a little insensitive on Sarah's end, but...
Oh.
He meant to watch forever. He called himself Sorrow.
Abalas.
I hear you've been busy. Someone found a barrel full of misplaced daggers. Was that you?
They were safer there.
Safer than on someone's belt where they could draw them in the heat of an argument?
They would have been sad later.
And then, can I ask about
Someone
this?
stole an entire cheese wheel.
Mice like cheese?
Do mice also like bowls of crushed mint?
That was for the cats.
So the cheese lures the mice, and the mice lure the cats, and then they smell the mint.
Mint makes the cats dance and play.
And in turn,
Then the cook laughs at the cats instead of yelling at the scullery maids.
Kitchen fires are hot, like when Haven burned. The old cook lies under rocks, his head is in pieces. She needs to make it all work, so nothing will burn again. But if she laughs, she forgets for a while.
and see, that's like one of the cool things that I think Cole accomplishes within this game. So, yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes.
Oh, how are we doing? Okay. Can at least squeeze in one more person. You three look entertaining. Especially you, sir. In the middle, with the hat. It's a very big hat. And Cullen.
I do not like having that mirror, Illuvian, in Skyhold. Corypheus may not be able to travel through it, but what if something else can?
Talk to Morgan.
Morrigan's our expert on the Illuvian. If you're worried, why don't you ask her?
I did.
And?
She said I was unreasonable, then offered to explain how the Illuvian works using words with less than 4 syllables.
Ah.
The Circle had a library. I'm fairly well read.
Right.
I'm not unreasonable.
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
I believe Dagna has settled in well. She's certainly very cheerful.
That she is.
Is that a bad thing?
I'm concerned she'll cheerfully blow up Skyhold with one of her experiments. The risk is small at present.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
Tell me about our soldiers.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
They have more than proven themselves. I'm proud to serve as their commander.
Josephine?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like working with Liliana?
Her spirits have been highest since Valence. Liliana was always driven, but she seems more confident now. Also, my messengers are less frightened of her. Not that they ever admitted to any fear.
I should let you get back to work.
Oh, the things that change as the game goes. I should do Josephine first. I'll do the mages last. That's, I think, my plan. Josephine.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, Oh! Forgive my surprise. Your face is... I thought those markings were permanent.
Solus could tell you all about it.
I'm sure. Perhaps we could talk of other things then.
Yep.
A pleasure.
Anything?
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
How do you feel about Blackwall?
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
I never truly met Sir Blackwall, but Tom Rainier hardly sits better on the tongue. How could he have kept up this deception for so long? To what purpose? Really, Inquisitor, I'd rather not think of it.
Fair enough. Actually, Dorian.
You must have an opinion of Dorian.
Who hasn't? The man could cause a scene standing quietly in the center of an empty room. Still, I do believe he has your best interest at heart, for all that he delights in mocking them from time to time.
I agree. So, yeah, I think I've pretty much done all these before.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Alright, well, I think that's kind of going to wrap up this episode. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And in the meantime, in between time, take care, have fun, and, ooh, Alfred. And jump! And, happy trails.